Hey guys, welcome. So then this lesson is going to be on EE8, our Systems of Equations unit. Now, there's other lessons available for substitution and graphing if you need either of those. This one is going to focus on elimination. Now, let's just go straight into the lesson. All right, so let's start with, we will solve systems of equations with elimination. Now, solve means we're going to be looking for a solution. We're going to be finding the point that satisfies both equations. And we're going to use the skill elimination to do that. Now, our concept for this lesson is systems of linear equations. We've talked about these a lot before. A system of linear equations is simply when I have two or more equations and I think about them together. So again, systems of equations, two or more equations, and we think about them together like there's a unit of equations. Now, the skill of the skill of elimination is where I'm going to take these two equations and I'm going to eliminate one of the variables in order to find the solution. So elimination is all about adding or subtracting one equation in order to eliminate a variable in the process. Let's look at these examples down below to see what a system of equations look like and what elimination looks like. So first off, this is an example of systems of equations. I know that because I see two equations together and they're stuck together as a unit. I see I have another system of equations over here, those two equations. Now, when I want to solve them with elimination, this is elimination is its own kind of concept where I want to combine two equations into one and eliminate a variable in the process. That looks like this. Here, for elimination, I'm adding the two equations together. And you see, once I do that, I have a one variable equation which I can easily solve. Now, sometimes elimination takes some extra steps. On the second example, you can see that here I had to multiply it by a number. And what that does is that allows me so that I can add them together and get the same result. By multiplying by that value 4, I was then able to add the equations together, eliminate that variable, and I'm left with just x. So that's the idea of elimination. Take a system of equations with two equations, add them together or subtract, and be left with only one variable. All right, well, let's look at the skill. Okay, so solving systems of equations with elimination. The first thing we have to do is we have to choose the variable we want to eliminate because that will lead us to our next decisions. So when I look at that equation, I see I have a 4x and a 3x. Well, if I add those together, I'm going to get 7. I don't really want to eliminate the x. When I see the y variable, I have a -2 and a +2. Wait a minute, when I add a -2 and a +2 together, that's 0. That would eliminate the y variable. So I know I should eliminate the y variable because they have the same coefficients, but one is negative and one is positive. So here you can see I have a -2y and a +2y. That's what makes me want to eliminate the y variable. So step 2 I can skip. I'll come back to that on the next problem. And I'm going to go straight to step 3 and add each term from the two equations together to eliminate the y variable. All right, so this is what it looks like. Let's put an addition. I'm going to put parentheses around the bottom equation and a plus sign. The parentheses are very helpful to remember and do the steps correctly. So please follow along. I'm going to be adding vertically 4x plus 3x, and that's what's going to give me 7x here. I need to add the variable together, x variable, with the other x variable. Same thing with y. -2y plus 2y, that's 0y. Instead of writing 0y, which can lead to some confusion, I'm just going to put a slash through it showing that they are canceled out. -2 plus 2, 0. And that equals -10 plus 3 gives me -7. At this point, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to solve the equation now. Whatever I'm left with, I can now find a value for x. X equals -1. Perfect, that's what I was looking for. Now, I'm not done because I need to find the ordered pair that satisfies both equations, not just the x value, the x comma y value. So let's move on to the next step. Choose an equation and substitute the value you found into it. Well, I'm going to choose an equation that looks easy. Well, I think the bottom one looks easier to me because there's no negatives. So I'm going to take the bottom equation, 3x plus 2y equals 3. Either equation would work. Choose whatever one looks easiest to you. Take this -1, substitute right here for x. Let me actually draw this arrow again so I don't interfere with my work I'm about to draw. Now, whenever we do substitution, we're always going to use parentheses. That tell somebody that we did substitution, and also will let us distribute if we have to. I'm going to rewrite the rest of the equation, and now let's solve for y. What does y equal? 3 times -1 is -3 plus 2y equals 3. I want to find out what y equals, so let's get all of the numbers away from it. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. That leaves me with 2y equals 6. Divide both sides by 2, and I have y is equal to 3. Now that I've solved it, I have an ordered pair here, and that ordered pair is the solution for this system of equations. Let's again write it as an ordered pair, alphabetical order, x, y, z. So I have -1, +3 as my solution. Now there's more variations of elimination, and I'm going to cover those in the next video. So if this is all you need, have a good day.